Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of your Pittsburgh Penguins Franchise Mode. In this episode, we're going to be recording the regular season simulation as well as the playoff simulation. I mean, we all know we're going to make it that far, but not the jinx it, let's say if. Let's just say if. Alright, so looking at our first two lines, obviously we still have Cody Glass, Jake Bathson at +5 with Lawson Krause. We got a +5 on that second unit as well. I love having that double +5. Honestly, it's so rare to get that in franchise modes, and I'm just so proud of the fact that I managed to get one. Although, maybe it kind of costs our team a little bit in overalls in certain aspects, but I'm pretty happy with it. So looking at Jake Bathson here, we're hoping for some growth out of him and Cody Glass. Obviously, it'd be nice to have them at a higher overall than what they are. I mean, the +5 does help, but it'd be nice to have them a higher overall. Nick Richie's doing pretty well in that third line with Malkin and Monahan. And then the fourth line is pretty solid as well. Defense, stacked. That top four is stacked. If any team in real life had that top four, man, they'd be laughing their way to a Stanley Cup. Look at the power play, +5 on the first unit. Pound and Keel were doing pretty well, so I can't really complain too much there. Goaltending, ooh, man, Carey Price is kind of old, but I mean, he's still an 87, so you never know. You could get some pretty good simulation out of him if we're lucky. In this game, goaltending's kind of hit or miss in this game. You never really know what you're gonna get. Hopefully we'll get the good side of it though. Hopefully we'll get a bit lucky here with some good goalie simulation. If we can get above a 900 save percentage, it's usually pretty rare. So we'll see what happens. We got Jake Gensel obviously accepting our extension, which is really nice. So we're gonna take it to the trade deadline, see what we can do, maybe make some moves if we can, and we'll check out the scouting quickly. But I mean, everything's pretty much sorted out. As you can see, it's all pretty much done. So without any further ado, we'll jump to the trade deadline and we'll look what we got. Alrighty, now that we're at the trade deadline, we're going to quickly look at our team, assess how we're doing. So that first line's doing okay. +9 is not ideal. Like, Cody Glass is fine, honestly, the +9, but Jake Bathson's only at like a +2 or +3, I believe I saw. Yeah, +2. Lawson Krause is a minus. So that's not ideal for first line. Second line's killing it. Third line's doing fine. A good rule of thumb for your first line is as long as they're above a +9, maybe +10, you know you're on the right track. Now, obviously, we're a cup contending team. We should be contending for the President's Trophy every year. So a +10 is the minimum that I expect out of my first line. So this is a little bit bad. Like, this is not what I want on my first line. Our second line is carrying the team right now. I think we saw I think Crosby or someone was a +35 on the second line. Like, that's really, really good. Ideally, I like my first lines around like a +15 when I'm on a really good team. Obviously, when I'm kind of middle of the pack, that's when I expect maybe a +12. But anyway, here we are. We're going to go try to upgrade our defense here. Roman Yoshi's playing great, but if we can get a defensive defenseman to help Chris Letang with that chemistry, that'd be ideal. So I'm using the player search here. If you don't use the player search already, I highly recommend you do. It saves you a ton of time scrolling through teams, trade blocks, and skaters matching block and in the trade players menu instead of scrolling through all 30 other teams in the league, or I guess 31 depending if you do an expansion draft. Instead of scrolling through every team, you just put the exact criteria that you want and search. It's that simple, and it finds you every single player that fits that category and tells you if they're available. Maybe not tells you if they're available, but it tells you, like, you can do a pro scout assessment and just scroll through it, see who fits. You click on that, trade for asset. If it doesn't work out, you just go back and look for someone else. It's really simple. Obviously, in the nature of the EA Sports right now in NHL 21, you're not going to find a defensive defenseman with a high overall. 87 was the highest we saw. It's just the nature of the game. They reward offense. They don't reward defense. It's just the way it is. You're always better off building an offensively gifted team in NHL 21. It's just the way the game works. So looking at power forwards, obviously we got Andrei Svechnikov, Dylan Cousins, who fits our top lines. So those are the big fish. I mean, do we have the assets to get them? Maybe. We'll see. But scrolling down, I do want to see if there's someone who's like slightly better than Lawson Krause that can provide a better, well-rounded first line rather than having two better players with one worse player. So looking at it, there's Kiefer Bellows as well. We're going to obviously try for Andrei Svechnikov first, do our due diligence here. I mean, he does have a pretty high trade bar here. He's got a great contract because he was a former MVP. If you haven't checked out that Carolina series, I'm going to plug it right now. Check that out. But yeah, he's a really good player. Obviously, we have to give up a lot to get him. So Lawson Krause moves the value a little bit, but not enough to make it jump out at you like, oh, wow, this is doable. So we're gonna look at the rest of our players, see what we can do here. It's not looking great. We're gonna try our best here, but obviously, dude, we don't have a pick higher than the 4th round. I mean, there's not much you can do with that. Goalie prospects are worth absolutely nothing in this game, so don't even bother looking at those unless they're medium elite. If you have a medium starter goalie or even high starter goalie, they are worth absolutely nothing. Don't even waste your time. So now looking at the rest here, there's really nothing we can do. I'm gonna try my best by adding JVR, but it's not gonna happen. And so you're going to see also, I'm going to move on to Kiefer Bellows here because quickly you'll realize that this just doesn't make sense. I'm adding JVR, but look at the trade value, man. Like, watch this. It's nowhere near it. And they don't even want to trade Svechnikov, so I'd have to give up even more. It just doesn't make sense. Might as well just keep the team we have. We have good chemistry. We have good everything. Why ruin it if it's already working? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Now, Kiefer Bellows is not going to work either. He's expiring. Just doesn't make sense. So I'll let myself take it away here as we move on to the playoffs. There you go. Everyone finished their seasons. Definitely not first in the league. Look at that. Maple Leafs and Red Wings are ahead of us. But we are definitely good for 5th in the league, I think. My math is correct here. So let's look at the team stats real quick. So we're best in our division. So we're clearly a pretty solid team. 5th in the league. Yeah, the East is not much stronger than the West anymore. It's pretty well-rounded, I'd say, at this point in this game. We are the best goal-scoring team, but our goals against is pretty bad. Power play percentage, we are 2nd, okay. Penalty kill percentage, we suck. We're brutal. Home records, basically 500, if not less. Away records, unreal. So we're a good road team, and we have home ice advantage. So that might not be ideal, but maybe we'll flip in the playoffs. Maybe we'll get the nice flip there. So Jake Gensel's our leading point scorer with 79. Then it's Cody Glass with 79. John Carlson 77, 75 for Crosby, 71 for Malkin. Somehow had 71 points. Don't understand. It was all power play. 24 on the power play. Okay. Letang had 70 points. I don't know how Carlson and Letang split those points so well. Batherson, Richie, Monahan, like Nolan Patrick only had 29 points, but he's a plus 35. So I don't know what to say, man. Our team is just really good. We have a lot of good players on this team. Goalies. Carey Price only a 903. Get out of town, man. That's brutal. All right, across the league, Theodore Allman and Kaprizov as usual. Goal scoring leader. Allman takes it this year. Rookie skaters. Kent Johnson gets the Calder by far. 44 goals. Holy. He's a playmaker too, but he's scored goals like there's no tomorrow. I think 298 shots on net. This guy is unreal. Doesn't fit our team though, so even if we wanted him, we couldn't get him. So there's that. So let's move on to the playoffs. See what we're against. I think we're against. Okay, yeah, we're against Tampa. We're against Tampa Bay, who has this as their starting lineup: Kucherov, 96, Point, 96. Okay, Stamkos has dropped. He's 34. Sherry, Bray-Boulet, Gord, McGinn, Cirelli, Kaloran, Wood, Paul, Radish, Hedman, Foote, Gustafson, McDonough, Kempny, Hayek. So they lost Sergachev, and they have Vasilevsky and Alnefelt. McDonough's gotten worse too, which makes me feel a bit better about myself because our team has a better chance now. Let's hop into the quick time simulation as usual. We usually do quick time, and then if we're facing elimination, we go into the slow sim. So game 1 we lose, game 2 we lose. Game 3 we first period. Oh, nice of you guys to show up, eh? Second period. All right, well that should be game, right? 7-5. Carey Price can't make a save, but nor can Vasilevsky all of a sudden. So 7-5 win on the road. Might be too little too late though, because we need to win 4 in a row, or now 3 in a row. Alright, first period. Down 2-0, Stamkos and McGinn. Second period, down 3-1, Miles Wood. But then Sidney Crosby makes it close. Power play. Best power play in the league, or second best power play in the league. It's shut down. Alright, and then they score. The pain is real, guys. Pain is so real. This Steve is just not letting me have any good times. Alright, I officially hate Connor Sheary. Oh, thanks, Nick Richie, for making it 5-2 instead of 5-1. And just like that, we lose in 5 to a team that barely made the playoffs. Okay, maybe not barely, but that wasn't nearly as good as we were. Or were they? I don't know. All I'm trying to say is we lost, and I feel depressed now. Our AHL team at least made the playoffs, so that makes me feel better about myself. Because we have some good prospects down there. Hopefully they can get some good growth. I think they lost in the second round. The Milwaukee Admirals win the Cup. Boston Bruins win the Stanley Cup. Nice. Gotta love this Pittsburgh Penguins franchise mode, eh? Montreal gets the first overall pick. Obviously, no one's going to get our pick that's high up because we don't have any picks that are high up. Anybody retiring from our team? Malkin at 37. Malkin retires at the age of 37. According to EA Sports. Thornton lasted till he was 44. But Malkin retires at 37. Backstrom retires as an 88 overall at 36. Kopitar retires as an 86 overall at 36. None of this makes sense to me. Weber makes sense. He should be retiring this year anyway. None of this makes sense to me. Petrie retires at 36, somehow a 77 overall. Okay. Got to upgrade Petrie's potential. This is a tad bit unrealistic. Free agent goalies. Carey Price doesn't retire for some reason. Because all these other players are retiring when they're still really good, so... I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't understand, man. Why'd they retire? Why'd they retire? Nick Richie's an 86, by the way. I don't know if anybody saw that. Nick Richie's now an 86. Alright, what do we got? What do we got going for us here? Do we get any growth at least? Make me feel better about myself. 91 overall Gensel, 90 overall Carlson, 89 Glass, 89 Batherson. Monahan's still good for a while. Nick Richie's an 86. Crosby's an 86. Letang's 86. Manson's 85. Nolan Patrick's 84. So no growth out of Nolan Patrick. We're probably going to lose JVR for nothing. Krause did not grow whatsoever. Probably going to look to move on from him. Teddy Bluger. Boris Kachuk. Okay, we got some decent growth. Any of our prospects grow? Any of those defensemen prospects grow? Labushkin, Almari, Johnson still at 75. 70 for Dion, so no growth out of them despite a good playoff run. Carey Price still 84. Vanny Vevalainen sucks. Gonna get rid of him. Man, this is just terrible. This is just terrible. Do we have any cap space at least? We should have some cap space at least to sign our guys because Malkin retired. We should be okay. I should be okay to get Letang back. So let's send our pick. First overall pick of the 4th round. Low 6 potential. Or I can get a medium elite player. I wonder what I'm going to take. Medium elite Moroza, welcome to the squad. Welcome to the system. That is the Pittsburgh Penguins. Kyle Howden, potentially low elite. I'll just take a chance on him. Might be low 6. Low 9. You're a disappointment, my friend. Rushinsky, definitely taking Rushinsky here. Medium elite goalie, 62 overall. Take that, Motzko. We got Rushinsky, who's even better, although he's 20. And Motzko's 19. So we made the right choice there, although we never had the choice to begin with. Tokarski, potentially a medium elite player. We definitely have a low elite next, so we'll take, as long as we have the pick before 205, we'll definitely take that guy. Perfect, okay. I'm choosing to ignore the fact that that guy was terrible. Nice low elite Tristan Stafford. 49 overall, not bad. Another low elite player. Good value for us. O'Coin. Maybe he'll be a low elite. Low bottom 6 grinder. Well, we hit on 2 medium elites. We got 1 low elite, I think. Yeah, 1 low elite. So, you know what? Considering we only had 4th and later picks, I'll take that. I'll be pretty happy with that. Or I'm pretty happy with that, I should say. Alright, sign as the goalie coach. Actually, I can just do that. And it'll work. Scouts, anybody expiring? 1 scout. Okay, Warren Rays. Scouts did their job pretty well. Considering the picks we had, they did pretty well for themselves. I got some expiring players here. Honestly, John Carlson might just replace Chris Letang outright. But we should have enough money, so let's see. Chris Letang, I'll give you a 1-year deal worth $8 million flat. I'll try to get it lower. Maybe I'll go down to like 7.5. I'm not going to bother with the 85% trick because I changed the years on him. JVR was a 4th liner. He only wants that much money. I'll give him that. Teddy Bluger as well. I'll offer you a contract, 2.6. Perfect 4th liner for us. Boris Kachuk, 1.7. Sure. If you take that, I'll be happy. Let's see what they say. Patrick Kahn said yes. And everybody said yes. So we have $4 million, or just over $4 million to work with, or just under 5, I should say. Dustin Wolf should say yes to that. Labushkin, help those prospects grow, my friend. I'll give you a 1-year deal. No, I'm not doing that. Never mind. You're gone. Bjorkfist, give you a 1-year deal. Almeida, same difference. I'll give you a 1-year deal. Xavier Ouellette, help the prospects grow, my friend. Senishin's gone. Pustanen, you're never going to make it, are you? DeGrazia, terrible. Mather's terrible. Telkvist, sure, I'll bring him in. Why not? Give him a chance. Denisenkov, no thank you. Seal, no thank you. Sterling, nope. I mean, yep, sorry. I'm saying nope as I'm signing him. Bang, why not? There you go. That's all the prospects there. Sharankovic, 26. But you know what? You're good overall. You'll help the team. You'll help the team perform well. So let's see what these guys say. And they all said yes. Unsigned. I'll leave you there. I'll bring in Rushinsky. No, he'll play where he is. Let's go to free agency. Let's see what we can work with here in free agency. Let's get some deals done. Makes the right moves. They want me to be a rebuilder for some reason. I'm not. I'm not a rebuilder. We have a good team in place. I'm not starting a rebuild. Hell no. Although, if I were to rebuild, we'd get a lot. I mean, a lot of prospects and a lot of good. Yeah, it's tempting, but I won't do it. Theoretically, this would be the right time to pull the plug, but I want to go all in. So quickly looking at who signed from free agency, we got Connor McMichael, Rasmus Kupari, Michael DiPietro, and Mikhail Abramov, who all re-signed, or not re-signed, but signed with us. And we also managed to sign Dmytro Timashov. So those are some pretty good signings for us there. I'm pretty happy with them, not much to complain about. Quickly, before we start the editing lines next episode, we're going to quickly trade away JVR. He's been on our 4th line as a sniper. It doesn't really make much sense to have him there. I'd rather give time to maybe like Philip Hollander or someone like that, maybe one of our prospects, who fit our team a bit better as a 2-way forward and provide us with a bit of a better chemistry. I'm sorry about that. I got a messenger alert. Can't do much about that. But a 2nd and a 7th for JVR is quite fine by me. Obviously, contract-wise, look at Nick Richie here. We're going to see what we can do to trade him away for... Or not trade him away, but to sign him for as cheaply as possible. So 4 years is clearly the ideal number for him. $4.9 million per year seems fine by me. He's an 86 overall player. That's perfectly fine. Crosby, way too much money for me. I can't do that right now, especially because we don't know how much he's going to drop off. So Philip Hollander here, 5-year deal, $1.2 million about per year. Sounds fine by me, especially if he can grow just slightly. If he can go to 81. If he's an 81 overall player, I'm fine with that contract. 4th line center, it's perfect. Nate Schnarr, 1-year deal, that's fine. I'll marry, same difference. I'll give him a 1-year contract and see what he can do for us going forward. Miletic and Barrett Ritchie, I'm not going to worry about. Now we're going to move on quickly. Trade Venny Vavalainen as the last thing we do today. He is worth absolutely nothing. I'll be shocked if we get anything for him. But quickly trading him here, we get a 7th round pick, which is beautiful. Winnipeg, thank you for saving us. And just like that, we're going to hop into the outro, shall we? All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of your Pittsburgh Penguins Franchise Mode. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Going forward, I will not have all the Twitch stuff around it. It's going to be just YouTube exclusive franchise modes. I'm going to save more gameplay and stuff for Twitch, different games and stuff, but for YouTube, we're going to be doing franchise modes. They're going to be a bit faster paced than what we usually do. They're going to be jump cuts. There's going to be voiceovers and stuff. It's going to be much better done than it was today. I hope today was a bit better than usual, at least. I did my best to edit it as much as I could. I still wanted to leave my genuine reaction in there from from the playoffs, because I wanted you guys to see how I was feeling during the playoffs, especially with that disappointment that we saw losing in the first round in 5. Man, that was disappointing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button. Tell all your friends if you want. Keep me to yourself if you want as well. I don't care. Just as long as we're spreading good vibes, that's all that matters. So I guess I was kind of cringy, but whatever. I appreciate all the support as always, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. All right? Peace.